Hello and welcome to the next episode of Stellaris with me, Winslayer. In the last episode, I think there were some wars. I forget exactly who took out who, but I remember the Reformed Crusaders took out the Deary something rather. And now this entire population is slaves. Crusaders don't kill their enemies now, they just conquer them. But they don't exterminate them, at least. I think these guys want a war. They definitely lost a war to them, and they're still at war with these guys. It's not good for them. Oh yeah, and these guys all grouped up. They got an extra Federation member here, the Knights of Night. They lost a little bit of territory in a war with them. There've been a couple wars in this part of the universe. I think over here is pretty peaceful. There's some enemies. These guys, I think, took some territory off the Reclaimers, and now the Reclaimers are very weak. They have a fair bit of planets for the space that they have, but they don't have a lot of space. They lost some of the space down here, I think. Interesting. There are rivals with this nation, which doesn't have a whole lot of space up here. They have a little outpost that's sitting out here by itself. Oh yeah, there's a war going on down here. I forgot about that one. Dark Angels seem to be taking space off of whoever this is. The Beastmasters. Well, it won't be long until this war's over. You gotta take out this army. They have what looks like a sizable army. It's not enough to win just yet. They need reinforcements from, I don't know, here or something like that. It's actually gotta come from here, huh? Really? They are going to be quite strong together. Well, they're probably quite happy with this whole arrangement because their old allies were at war with this nation, which means they'll probably be able to take on them eventually. They don't like the Knights of Night. They have a migration pact, really. I wonder if they'll like make them into a vassal or something strange. They might have them join the Federation. I think that's likely to happen. Yes, they're not all trying to kill each other. It's interesting. Once this is upgraded, I'll have to have them merge. They can take more. I should probably make more corvettes. See how that looks. I have to say I like corvettes a lot. Corvettes and battleships, they seem to do the job quite well. Oh, there's a war over here I forgot about. This federation is fighting that federation. Defenders are not doing very well. So this guy, Saventi, seem to be occupied. Clearance are gonna be okay though. Might get a little bit of territory, you know? I'm not sure anymore. And I guess it's possible, right? Let's take this to here. Have them all meet up there. Only 24 here. Surprisingly small fleet. I could just leave this open and have it be where the pirates spawn in, and I can train up new leaders. I mean, if I'm going to play this long term, I should probably make plans for that type of stuff. That helps me with making distinctions, potentially. Just leave that like that for a while. Hope it's entertaining. Still waiting for some comments on these videos, but that's because I haven't posted that many since the reset. Actually, I haven't posted any since the reset. The reset's going to be coming out like in a week now, maybe a little bit more. And that means that I probably won't get comments on that for a couple more recordings, at least 6 or 7. That doesn't mean you shouldn't make them. I'll definitely read them and do what I can to accommodate people's wishes and ideas. I wonder who's gonna go to war next. I feel like it's probably the shaman over here, I think. Thought they were at war. I was like, when did that happen? But yeah, they're probably gonna go to war. They're pretty powerful. That's one thing I could check. I could see where everybody ranks. Shaman aren't at the top, but they will be. They're in like the growth stage of their economy, I guess, right here. This tiny little nation is apparently stronger than all of that. I imagine they'll get a lot stronger once they actually conquer some people. I forget what their species is like. They're not even psychic? Oh, in the Empire. They're probably psychic. Yeah, there's some psychic ones. Yeah, they're in a pretty good position for early game. Especially if they got good planets around them, which I think they do. Take that, definitely. I have no need for the farming stuff. I wonder if we've completed our thing yet. Where was it? Soon. So this will be the Sentry Array episode. or something like that. Why not? Yeah. Tells you what you're gonna be watching. You're gonna be watching me watch other people. Exciting, right? There's the pen I'm looking for. Or was I writing down names? I can't find it here. Something about the sentry ray. Seems like it's going slow. My computer just can't handle very fast, can it? I think it might be time for an upgrade. We're only a month away now. That's not too long.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
Yay. Part of me's like, it's time to go for terraforming, because that's what I need in my other game. But yeah. And this one is just like, whatever. It's not a big deal. Here we go. I can see forever. Maybe I should call it that. It's a good idea. There's got to be more things I can accomplish in this playthrough. I think if I make a ring world my capital, then I get another one, don't I? I'll probably do that in the next episode. That way it has a title. I can probably do it this episode. I mean, like, why not? Right? Seems reasonable. Yeah, so now I can see all the fleet movements of all the Xenos. What shall I do? My admirals can't live forever, as much as I'd like them to. Be great if there was one that was like a chosen one. Call him like the god of war. Be great. Maybe in the future.
Construction complete.
Something expired there. What was that? Take that again. Don't need desperate measures, but I don't mind buying it. I've got the Unity for it.
Incoming transmission.
Didn't mean to keep that there. It's okay. The Xenos haven't done anything. They're just fighting each other. You know what? I do want to go down this way. I feel like there's stuff over here, I just haven't seen it. yeah, in case you haven't been around well, the galaxy's kind of quiet like this. When it gets like this and there's no real wars I want to follow closely, because this one's basically over, right? I mean, I guess I did build that sentry array so I could follow the wars. The isolators are up here attacking. The Saventi are up here trying to defend. Without much luck. But that's okay. Because I don't think they're going to get wiped out in this war, and their allies should get pretty strong. That's my hope, at least. Okay. Good. They probably can't get over here or anything. Should probably take this planet if they can. Seem to have taken most of the systems over here, and even over here. Oh, but their fleet's separated from everything else. Should build a second fleet. That's what I would recommend. Ooh. Just to say I have one. Let's try and do this. Didn't work, huh? Yeah. Not really bothered. How did I miss something in there? I must have. It's because I'm doing two things at once. Oh, I need to start another ring world. Whoops. Right there, please. A new war. This is that new federation that just formed very recently. We're gonna go to war with a new federation over here. I don't see that going well for them unless they have open borders with people, which they might. Looks like they don't like them. They may be able to pass through here to get up to that territory. I expected them to bring these guys into their territory, and when they do, they'll fill in the rest of this territory. Star Angels should be reasonably strong, which is good. They'll be able to rival the Dark Angels. It seems like it was meant to be. Their rivalry, that is. The isolators are helping out these guys quite a bit, huh? It's funny how they are working together. Of all the nations that could have worked together, gotta keep on trucking here. I'll probably keep fighting their war for another year or so, because they haven't reached their max war score, but their enemy is going to be really weak while they do this. They're probably about to attack over here. That world is not looking so good. Yes, we would. I'm sure once this pop is dead, they'll actually assault it, because the AI doesn't like to wait. In fact, sometimes it'll throw away armies to try and reduce the defensive capacity. It's kind of weird. I think it's best to wait and overwhelm, but the AI doesn't seem to agree.
The spirits have granted us new wisdom.
More research. Cool. Let's make sure everything we have is better. Hey. Let's see, what's next for this empire of mine? I want to change anything here. Police state might not need to stay.
Incoming transmission.
There's not a whole lot here that I want. Inward perfection would kind of make sense, but I'd have to become pacifist. And that's not going to happen anytime soon. You know what, though? I do want to follow this war. Shard of Dignity is on the offense right here. Attacking the Knights of Night before they can really reinforce over here. And this guy's basically not part of this fight. Wow, 100 right there. This is a pretty strong little nation there. 85. It's very concerning. They're building up their fleets quite quickly. Putting us on an equal playing field. Well then. I'd love more starbase capacity. That wasn't an option, right? No. Alright. This guy's weak. Just switch people around. Let's do this now. Who's that? That's quite odd. Starting to get hungry. Might just put down my mic for a second and then come back as soon as I can. What do I have in here? Not a whole lot. That's a shame. Nice one. Forgot about that one's name. It's a good name. Very funny. You know, I was thinking I kind of want to show off my um, my cities in Fallout 4, but I always had trouble running that on this computer, and I think that trying to stream it would probably put a lot of strain on my computer. I haven't tried it yet, but I might. Sounds like an interesting idea. Kind of trying to think about what else I can do just to give myself more things on the channel for people to watch. Right.
Incoming transmission.
Hmm. Thought so. Let's go check in on some of these wars. It's going to take a while for him to actually finish that war. Oh, hey, look at this. They actually have a fleet. And it's going to take this planet, and that might end the war. No, they'll have to come back here, I think. Interesting. So yeah, these guys have pushed up here. Pretty aggressive. Trying to take out the knights. Apparently they don't have a very good defense. They're just sitting there. They don't want to lose their fleets, so they're just sitting there. Wow. Cowards. I think this might be like the Saventi's homeworld. Or Savanti. I forget how I was saying it earlier. It's not too important, is it? Oh, hey, look at this. They did settle that. Robots. Heresy. It's not allowed. You shouldn't have any robots. And at least you cleared out your blockers. Took them forever, but they did it. They did it, technically. Another war? Of course, they're gonna finish the reclaimers off here. Maybe take more territory. Poor guys. They don't stand a chance, do they? What do I want to do here? It's not going to be a very good war for them, is it? more war. Who is this fighting this time? Go check that out after I see how this ended for this nation. I think they lost this territory over here, but they get to keep 2 planets. Was that worth being mean to everybody? You've been outcast from all your planets twice now. Now you only have 8 population. It's quite sad. Anyways, Shadow Cult. That's that big federation, right? Attacking the poor old tiny kingdom of Glyria. Yeah, it looks like you'll take him out pretty easily too. You had done some damage in this war. It looks like this kingdom is about to get wiped out by this federation and this federation. You seem to like them, but that's probably only because they're fighting the same people. Once they're gone, who knows what their relationships are going to be in the galaxy. I'll probably attack them soon. They're under attack from these guys over here, who seem to be doing pretty well. Wow. Seems like it takes quite a bit to get through the defenses on a planet. Well, looks like we have a little bit too many fleets. Let's go there. Crazy how my Corvettes are almost 1k in strength. Who is the strongest? That's good. Pretty happy to see that these guys are getting along well with each other and doing fairly well in the galaxy as a result. I've got 13 planets, a giant population. Wow. Going about things differently. Yeah, once they get up to like 1,000 population, they're gonna be a threat to me. Might have to federate again. Moregaf. How could you let this happen? You're only 306. And the Xenos are already so strong. They've been independent for like, what, 50 years, 60 years, something like that? I'll give them like another 50, 60 years at least. They should have 100 years to do as they please. Seems fair to me. Let's have this dude do some damage. Yeah, haven't done much in a while. Cool. Of course. No. Oh, look, the Shroud. Hello, Shroud. What would you like to say today? Increase influence, please. No. You evil Shroud. How could you? I just want max faction influence. That doesn't seem like too much to ask for. I thought this just disappeared. I was like, wait, what? Was that at 0%? It looks like some of these factions might be getting smaller. Which ones am I suppressing? Materialism, xenophilia, egalitarianism. Those three, huh? Militarist one will probably die out first, and then I can move on to other things. You could suppress this, but I think promoting it would be more likely to end the other factions. Just would mean one stronger, problematic faction. promote this one. Did I click promote or not? Will not let me. Stop promoting. I like to stop promoting. Promote or suppress. Let's promote it just so that we don't have all these little things sticking around. And I'm kind of interested in going towards pacifism. Make my guys inwardly perfected. But that is really quite limiting. We'll go with that. I was thinking about getting rid of the xenophobia, but it's okay. It's not terrible. We could go back to that. Yeah, getting rid of xenophobia doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Oops, let's not just leave that sitting there. Seems a little bit silly. Another dead leader? Really? We're having bad luck with these leaders. You're like slipping and falling and not getting up. Oh, it was a saint. That was my heir, wasn't it? That means we're gonna have to appoint a new heir. You are the new heir. Are you merciful? You like food and cruisers. Piracy risk is 0%. That's so cool. Is leader lifespan or edict duration? And how can I resist leader lifespan? It's so good. We want our leaders to just stick around. rivalry. These guys are just really not good at making friends. Ooh, this could have been a bad plan. Thank you. Using the wrong power.
Incoming transmission.
Let's check in on some of these wars. They're still taking territory up here, right? It's gonna take a while for them to siege this down. But they will. This is getting integrated? The Farmers Union? I thought they were. I hope they do well. Yeah, that war's probably going to be the next one that finishes. They're in 2 wars or 1 war? I can't tell. They're in 2. Well, that might be the end of them. That's right, I remember. These guys are attacking down through here, huh? 58, 42, and yeah. Doesn't look. No, there's 22. You got something to contest them with, but not enough. Well, that's what they get for being bullies. Should have been nicer to their neighbors. And then maybe they would have been fine. I was just wondering when this would be complete. Looks like it's pretty close. Ooh. There's peace in between the Beastmasters and whoever was fighting them. These guys. And it got rid of the thing because it just like took over all their territory. Everything that they owned now belongs to the Dark Angels. Dark Angels are in charge of the Beastmasters, something like that. I don't even remember what I called them. This planet, yes. They own this one now. With all the angry people on it. Oh, these guys and those guys aren't friends. That's slightly concerning for me because I like this nation, and this one's gone a little bit. It's gone pretty strong recently. It's not the strongest, but it's about to get more territory. Definitely on a bit of a war path. They might become militarists. I do like how a lot of them have changed their governing ethics. These guys are still what they started as, but not everybody is. Yay! Where was I looking? Species? No, it wasn't species, it was contacts. Just clicking through these things, seeing who is still the same. Ethics? They aren't. Same here. Same here. Looks like some of the more powerful ones have embraced the change. Yeah. I'm surprised these guys are as powerful as they are. Ooh, the Dark Angels, after winning their war, now they're the most strong, huh? They're overlords of these little things. This Lapo. Just got there fast enough, that's all. Who's the Righteous Concord? I think he might be in the Righteous Concord. It's so hard to keep track of. I like how our piracy risk got down to 0. It's pretty cool. We did it. I've said in previous episodes that I wanted to let my factions kind of decide who's in charge. But I don't like some of these factions. Get rid of them. If I do that, like get rid of this, get rid of that, which is good. So I'm going to do it, just get rid of the militarist faction. These guys just want me to go to war, that's all. Whoops, yep, that's why I'm losing this stuff. It's not hard to buy. That's easy. For a second I was concerned, like, what did I do? It's fine. You know what? Apparently this will eliminate the factions of materialism and militarism, so once they're gone I think I'll be good to get rid of xenophobic attraction. Might like the pacifist one grow and get rid of xenophobia for pacifism. I'm not sure what happens when you just get 1 degree of pacifism. Oh, what's this? The Golden League. They just created their own federation right there. Their own weak federation. You and you, huh? It's a pretty terrible plan. So I did have information in quarantine. I had a feeling. If I get rid of the enslaved pops, then this faction will go away too. No more slavery. I'll let some of these other factions disappear before I do anything wild. So these getting smaller? I think I just saw one leave that faction. You know, you want to, guys. Come on. Feel like it might change at the beginning of this next month, and if it does, I want to watch it. We got 17, 19, 17, 16. And these 4. Did his calculations. I don't think those numbers changed. Sad. So I can upgrade?
Our ships
What
have
is
been
this? It's probably the tech that I just researched. Changed the optimal layout. They're at 200 right here. 200 pops, that is. So now that they have less planets to take, their growth is slowing down a little bit. It's good news for me, right?
our ships have been improved. Our ships have been improved. Our ships have been improved.
No. Why? I knew that was gonna happen soon. It just seemed inevitable. Researcher there. There aren't a lot of people who seem to hate me now. Numbers have been limited quite a bit. everybody's the same color, so that doesn't do a lot of good, does it? It's quiet, right? I know. I should be talking more. I just don't know what to say at this point. They're worn and I'm waiting. Waiting for a worthy adversary. No need in fighting weak opponents. What does that prove? This war has to be just about over now. Yeah, it's pretty much over. Give up on this. Looks like they did. Yeah, they didn't take it, so they must have given up. Maybe they had to move their main fleet over here or something, deal with these guys. If I get rid of my xenophobia, the other nations will like me more. Sounds nice. Right now, they're not too happy to be in the same solar system with xenophobes. They remember me being a genocide, or being genocidal. Let's see if I can increase my anchorage. That seems okay to me. Hmm. Insulted claims rival. I didn't know they hated each other, so they're definitely gonna go to war. And when they do, they'll have the help of these guys if they attack. Not they'll attack them, and well, that would be interesting. Hope I can stay awake for the next little while. I don't know why I'm so tired. I slept a good amount last night. It was at least the full 8 hours that they recommend. Well, the sectors all seem to have quite a few resources in them that I can just kind of pull out if I need to. Very nice to know. It does look like a hostile universe, doesn't it? Little pockets of green, but pretty much everybody's not too friendly. Took my eyes off the screen. I hope that hasn't been up there for too long. It didn't make a noise. You know what? Maybe I need to change the settings on this so I can take my eyes off the screen for a bit. No. No, I need to stay here. I need to watch. No taking my eyes off of the game. Or else he's gonna want to watch what I got here. I should be playing around with factions, seeing how those numbers are. I think there's one less in this faction. Yay! Good job, guys. I get rid of the Xenoslaves, then. Yeah. I have less xenophobia and less egalitarianism. Which means these could go up, these values. I'll wait for these to reduce before I get rid of slavery. Either that or I get rid of the G ones. It's one of those two options, isn't it? Maybe I should resell them all to a planet I don't want and then just release a new vassal. You could do that. Make sure there's some G ones out there no matter what. I feel like because there's a good amount of the G ones inside here, I could probably get rid of the ones inside my nation, right? Huh. They got one person from the Kingdom of Glera. The Ghost of Warhani. Any day now that war is gonna finish. It's a shame because your queen's quite good. 105. I wonder how long they'd all last. How long they live, their average lifespan. I don't know what it is off the top of my head. Really are not in a good position. And that's a lot of people to be fighting it up against with only one ally. At least they have multiple allies to try and help them against these guys. Our allies don't seem to be doing too much. Never mind, they brought something over here. That might be enough. Shaman and the Sharded Dignity. I think I'd like to follow this fleet around and see where they go. Where are you guys going? Just floating around. I have to say, I feel like if the Shaman can get their fleets over here, they're gonna win. The Shaman are super powerful, even if they don't seem that way in the contacts list. These guys seemed pretty strong at one point. But apparently other nations are stronger. These Dark Angels I need to go check out. Where's your fleet even based? A 100 right there. They're friends. I didn't think they were friends. This is the Shard versus the Dynasty. And then somebody's gonna have a nasty surprise because there's another big fleet coming in from this direction. I think it's the Shaman, which are sided with the Shard, I think. They're friends? Yeah. So these guys are gonna get a little bit of backup soon. They're designed more for fleet combat, so they'll probably chew through this. At least I thought they would. Obviously not an expert in combat. Combat sure does look good in Stellaris though. This one won, didn't they? Even though it looks like there's more hole on this side. Not doing too good. Quite impressive. Quite an interesting little battle there. If I was this big fleet, I would have definitely joined in. I guess the AI is not that smart, huh? Just have to take advantage of that when I do have to fight the Xenos. Ooh, is that peace? Savanti Slavers Guild just lost some territory. To the Loyalists? And the Isolator? Okay. They got 2 planets. How sad. Now they gotta fight all this. Good luck. So slowly adjusting. Well, one less war is probably good. There's a lot to keep track of on the map. Some nice looking artwork. I do like the artwork in Stellaris quite a bit. So which ring world should be my capital? Should it be 1HS? 1HS? Yeah, just 1HS. Could do that. I think I'm interested in building up a mega structure here and there before I do anything else. Well, this has been a pretty successful episode if you ask me. The nations are getting stronger, consolidating power. Strongest nations are always shifting. They've done a really good job of staying relevant even though they haven't gone to war or done a whole bunch really. Just 5 planets. 5 good planets. It's not a bad one to start next to, at least. Okay. Yeah, none of these planets seem like particularly good or terrible. They're just okay. Whatever. They're just doing well off of what they have. Oh, they got a subject too. Okay. That probably is helping out a little bit. That war's gonna take some time to finish. Did this faction just pick up a dude? Because if it did, that's not cool. I think with this mega structure that I'm making, the good news is that it will tell me when it's ready for the next stage. It takes some time, but at least they'll tell me. Pretty defendable system there with the pulsar. Right? That's bonuses associated with it, I think. Sublight speed, yeah, that's okay. Well, I think we're getting close enough to the end of the episode that I can pause it and do my outro. As always, if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe if you haven't done so already. I got some links to some things like my social media below, so yeah, if you want to follow me on Instagram or Twitter or, you know, Patreon, something like that, that stuff is all below, and yeah, I'll see you around. Have a good one.